W.C. Fields said something to the effect that everybody has to believe something, and he believed he'd have another drink. That got me thinking about something. I started thinking how we all long for joy and we all miss getting it in our lives. And what do we do about that? We substitute pleasure, we substitute diversion, we substitute entertainment. And there are a lot of ways to do that. You can go to the movies, or you can have an affair, you can have a romance, you can eat uh, a really sweet food, you can drink, you can do a lot of things. And those things may bring you a temporary pleasure. Joy is something else. Joy can't be monetized. It's not something you can actually put a price on and sell it. Because if what you're selling is advertised as joy, it's probably something else. It's probably a bit of fun, a bit of excitement, but joy is something else. When you look at a child who sees a puddle and becomes enchanted and goes stamping around in it, or sees a cloud or a bird or anything and just feels a natural joy and fascination with it, that's closer to what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how we have a natural ability to feel joy, and yet by the time we get out of school and get into the world and find a job and get married and have children or whatever we do, where did the joy go? Something happened. All of the duties, all of the have tos, and we don't have a a method, or we don't even recognize what the problem is. We don't have a way to recapture what we had naturally as a child. We actually have lost the taste for it. And if we actually do feel joy for a minute, we suddenly chase it. And as soon as you start to chase it, it kind of loses its luster. Um, there's something about joy that's ephemeral. There's something that is natural, and we need it, and it's nurturing for us, and it's essential to live, but it slips right through our fingers, and it becomes almost impossible to find it again. We try all the wrong methods. We People do all kinds of things. For example, Paul Newman, when he got through with his film career, became a racetrack driver. And I think he drove Datsuns or some little car. That puts you right on edge to do that kind of thing. And it's exciting. I wouldn't classify that as joy, though. I wouldn't say that's where you find joy. I think it's another way we chase it without finding it. There are a million ways to do that, but children find it so easily. It's just part of them. And we have to ask ourselves, what happened to us? I told the story of this kid who wanted to be a fireman, and he kept after that dream all his life and actually became a fireman. But that's rare. Most of us dream of something when we're little and we give it up at some point. Picasso mentioned that about artists, that every child is an artist, but somewhere along the line, almost everybody loses it. The only ones who become artists are people who maybe are rebels. Maybe they are rebelling, or maybe they're just following what it is they love. I don't think being a rebel is, it's just not that interesting to me because you're bouncing off a culture or a way of being that feels constricting. And I understand that you wouldn't want to do it, but I think the the best response to that is just go ahead and do what you love, what you actually want to do in life, and let the other people do stuff that they don't care about and have the life that they have. But if you want to create a real life, if you want to have real joy in your life, you're going to have to find what it is you personally love and just do it regardless. That's something to think about. I think you should.